Breaking news. Ceedee Lamb has now signed his contract. 4 years, 100 million guaranteed, 136 million in total. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be somewhere up there in that range, somewhere close to 40 mil a year. We can't get mad at that. We cannot get mad at the contract he signed. We all knew he was gonna want Justin Jefferson type money, but I know Jamar licking his chops, and I know Brandon Ayuk is licking his chops. I know they all scheming, talking about, well, he got 136. I'm gonna need about 138. Oh, he got 138. Oh, I'm gonna get 140 mil. But this leaves the question: who's next, Micah or Dak? I honestly think that they let Dak walk in all of this because Ceedee Lamb and Micah Parsons are your two young players. Now, unless they know somebody's going to be out there next year in free agency, or if somebody's going to pop up in the draft that sparks their eye, I feel like Dak walks. Not only do I feel like Dak walks, I feel like they cut him. And the reason why I feel like they should cut him is because you don't just want to let Dak walk. So probably not cut him, but I would say trade Dak this season. Unless this is a prove it year for Dak. Other than that, I mean, I would trade Dak and just try to go get another guy. I don't know where you trade Dak to though is the problem. But I can't see them getting rid of Michael Parsons because he's their young, prominent edge rusher. And you don't let those types of guys go. You don't let TJ Watt go. You don't let Myles Garrett go. You don't let Max Crosby walk. Michael Parsons is up there with those types of guys that you don't just let walk. Now, the Cowboys got this deal done with Ceedee Lamb because obviously he's a big vocal point in their offense. And you don't, if there's a star player, if there's a star player in certain positions, like wide receiver, QB, tight end, maybe even a good left tackle or even a right tackle, those types of guys you don't just let walk. Or even like if we go to defense, like if it's a generational corner or if it's a generational safety or middle linebacker or an outside linebacker that can rush, you do not, and I repeat, you do not let them just walk. That's one of the last things you want to do is let these guys walk because you got them at a young age and they're such a generational talent. Why would you let them walk? Which is why I don't think that they're going to let Micah Parsons just walk out the door. I think they signed Micah and try to get Dak to take less, but where's this money going to come from? Because I know eventually they're going to have to sign Deron Bland, who I don't know if people know this or not, but he has the most pick sixes. Well, he tied Deion Sanders in pick sixes last season. Where's this money going to come from? I mean, and they just signed Zeke. I mean, what are y'all going to do? You guys don't got Zach Martin there anymore. You don't got Tyron Smith. You don't got the O-line you guys had. Where does this Dallas team go from here? And I think what they do is, now that Ceedee Lamb is now happy, you make Micah happy. And Dak, this is a prove it year. Prove to me why I should re-sign you. Why are we like right there to get into the Super Bowl, or are we completely far off from getting to the Super Bowl? Because if you look at Dak's career, one playoff win. One. Now, like I've always said, Dak can be a top 5, top 10 quarterback, but the problem with Dak is that he could be a top 5 quarterback when he wants to. When he really is having rough days and rough times, his stats might look good. So, like, if the Cowboys get beat 38-31, you're probably like, all right, well, he doesn't play defense. Okay, he does not play defense. But sometimes you'll look at the scoreboard and be like, oh, it was close. Dak threw 2 picks early. Dak, one of those picks were a pick 6. He might have thrown for 300 yards, but guess what? It wasn't a cute 300 yards. It wasn't a flashy 300 yards. It was an empty calories 300 yards. And sometimes Dak might be the reason why you're down. We all saw what Green Bay did to him in the playoffs. Defense can't really do anything if they're not getting into a rhythm, because when your offense goes out there, they're throwing it to the defense. Your defense is never going to get out there. You're never going to get in a rhythm. So I honestly do think now that Ceedee Lamb is signed up, Micah, it is your turn, and Dak, we will cut bait with you. That's all I believe. But let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Dak get a contract? I don't. But I'll see you on the next one.